So what is going on, guys? It's Triple G here, back with another Wonderlands video. In today's video, I'm going to show you a really simple build that will enable you to get up to Chaos 20 without needing much gear at all, and it is really easy to play. So if you enjoyed this video, please consider subscribing to the channel or join us over on Twitch. We stream 5 times a week, and otherwise, let's get straight into this video. So let's go into the skill tree first, and we're going to be capstoning the Graveborn tree. So we're going to put 5 points into Mortal Vessel here. So for we get that extra maximum health and damage efficiency. We have 3 from our class mod here. Then we have 3 from Faithful Thralls. This is an important skill. This is going to mean that we do increased damage per companion out on the field. We have 3 points in Harvest for a kill skill to give us bonus dark magic damage. 5 points into Dark Pact for more bonus damage up to 20%. 5 points into Stain the Soul, bonus dark magic damage. And then 3 points into Dark Hydra to get these extra powerful Dark Hydras on the field when we have a kill skill. And we're going to be able to extend the duration of those as well, which is really, really nice. Then we're going to put a single point into Ascension, which is going to give us some maximum health and spell damage increase while we get a kill skill. We're going to then have a single point into the capstone here. We do have 2 points here from our class mod at the moment. In terms of the Spellshot Tree, it is pretty simple here. We're going to get some critical hit damage for 5 points. We're going to get 3 points here in for the additional gun damage, and then a couple of points here for the reload speed. This will affect the TDR throws, but this was just about getting down the tree. Then we're going to have 5 points into spell cooldown rate. We're not taking the capstone in the Spellshot Tree, so we need a little bit of spell cooldown here. And then finally, we have 3 points into imbued weapon, which will give us a little bit of bonus damage when we're firing off our spells. In terms of the hero stats, you are going to get a choice here. Now, I've put all my points into strength and into dex to give us crit chance and crit damage. And then I chose the rest of the points into the HP and the ward. You could go into spell cooldown here. I still chose the Village Idiot as well for that extra crit damage and crit chance. So I talked about in the start of the video about this build being a bit gear dependent, and I will talk to you about why it is gear dependent now. So first of all, you're going to want to get a TDR here that throws, and it throws into a Pixie. A Pixie is really important here as they are able to phase through walls. Doesn't matter what element in particular, because we're going to convert in a lot of this into dark magic, but you're going to want a Pixie here. The anointment here is completely wrong, but you'll already see from the footage that even with the wrong anointment, we cleared out C20 without any problems whatsoever. If you are looking for anointments on spellcast, bonus elemental damage, bonus gun damage, bonus damage in general, bonus companion damage, all that kind of stuff is absolutely perfect. Then on to some of the more gear specific stuff. Now, I highly recommend this shield here. This will drop in a world drop from anywhere. This rune will increase our companion damage, which is really nice. You can also roll companion damage onto that shield if you need to. Then the actual armor that we are using for its ability. You can see here the roll I have is terrible. Okay, it's terrible. We're not really getting any bonuses whatsoever, but periodically it will teleport far away Hydra companions next to the Fate Maker. Killing enemies extends the duration of your Hydra companions by 30%. So as you're running around the field, Hydras are going to spawn around you. And what this doesn't say is this actually applies to the Pixies as well. So in the footage you'll have seen either at the start of the video or I'm playing now, those Pixies will stay up and continue to stay up, and they already track around anyway for you. So it works really, really well. You can have 3 Pixies up at the same time, and they just like turret fire enemies, which is really, really nice. The other very specific piece of gear we're going to get is the Dragon's Frenzy's Wrath of Obsession. When the Fate Maker or the companion kills an enemy, companion damage is increased by 20% for 15 seconds, and this effect stacks up to 5 times. So as you're continually going through the Chaos Chamber and getting that damage, you're rolling through enemies again and again and again and getting more and more damage. Again, trash roll here, but you can already see from the footage, we did CT20 fine. Then, if you are struggling with damage, then you can put a buff maestro on. Now, the buff maestro is not essential, but it does send your damage through the roof. So if you want to blast through bosses, then the Buffmeister is really, really good for that. You could put another Hydra spell in here for more companions on the ground, and you would still do a shit ton of damage. I have a Hydra spell here. Now, What's critical about these spells is repeating cast and spawns hydras. This will mean you can put 3 hydras down on the ground. Don't worry about the level, that doesn't matter. It's all about the hydras on the ground. And then finally, we're just covering off our rings again. You can see non-perfect rolls. As long as you've got that companion damage on there, you will be able to do a ton of damage as well. If we're talking about perfect rolls, we're going to want companion damage on their ability, spell damage as well. Spell and ability damage works really well with this build. In terms of the gameplay loop, it's really simple. Run around, chuck a few TDRs at the start, and just point your pets and your companions where you need them to go, and they will just decimate it. I would recommend having a bit of variation in the flavors of TDR that you have. I took out Dragon Lord with a fire one just to prove that I kind of could do that really. But if you had the mixture of elements to mix those pixies up, it would really be much more efficient and the fight would just last only a few seconds. Guys, that's it for today's video. If you have enjoyed this video, please consider subscribing to the channel or join us over on Twitch. We stream 5 times a week, and otherwise I'll catch you on the flip.